All right, so hey everybody, thank you for checking in and signing in to Keep It Film with me. Today we have a very awesome guest. I am inspired by this guy. I see
He
that
has
he is
done.
film after film, and not only that, many of his films are faith based. This is definitely something that I want to get into eventually, even though I feel like I'm not quite there yet. I am definitely still inspired by this guy and his work. Today we have Quincy Trent on the channel today. He came to come keep it film with us, and here we are talking to Quincy today. Quincy, how you doing?
First off, I want to just let you know thank you for having me.
Definitely.
I'm honored to be on your show, man. It's I've been seeing your channel grow. I've been seeing your show grow, and I like the whole keeping it film with me theme that you got going on, man. Basically, what can I say about myself? I'm a filmmaker. Yes, I have been doing faith-based projects for quite some time. I started off as a faith-based rapper.
Okay.
So I was, I still rap from time to time. Every once in a while, somebody might hit me on the track on my movies or whatever for the scores or instrumentals on there. But then I kind of dove into film maybe like 2005. I think it maybe. Well, actually, I technically say it was 2003. I started off with those little home video cameras, man.
Okay.
And that's what really got me the niche, man, to really want to do it. I just didn't know how to go about doing it.
So you say you've been going since 2005. What's kept you going for this long? Like, what inspires you? What drives you to stay into this industry? Because we both know that there's a lot of ups and downs in this industry. What keeps you going?
Well, faith.
Okay. Okay.
Faith, man. For one thing is, it's definitely not money because I'm not there yet where I'm constantly making that big budget type of deals yet.
Okay.
And I'm still searching for that. I'm still grinding. And so, but I say it's the faith, man. And we'll pray. And she'll say, Quincy, you know what God is going to deal with you in the future with? I was like, what? She was like, that's going to be your ministry. Drugs, just things, people that's out on the streets, things of that nature. And I didn't know what she meant.
Yeah.
But I thought about it some years ago. That's what my films are based on. So when a lot of times when people watch my movies, they don't even know it's a faith-based movie, man, to be honest with you, until like the end.
Okay.
I kind of reel people in with a story, with a plot, and it'd be some hood stuff going on in there. I make sure of that, man, because that's where I come from. I'm from a small city in Chicago called Maywood, and Maywood is you can call it Mayhood if you want.
There you go. There you go. So I know that you have, the faith-based material, but I've also noticed that your films can be found on platforms that are, I want to say, viewed by more of a secular audience. What's the reason for that? Why not choose to go towards more of a platform that's geared towards people that are looking for that faith-based material? Why do you choose to put them on more of a secular platform?
You know what? To be honest, man, sometimes I haven't gotten to that point where I want to really go to where the faith-based is all faith-based.
Okay.
I'm down to getting a distribution deal. For one, me and my wife talk about this all the time, and I do want to shout out my wife, Cassandra. She's always with me. We do things like a family affairs. I got my kids in my movies. I got, they holding the boom mic, doing whatever can do to help. But I would say that for the most part, man, the faith-based platforms, we talk about this all the time. I think I'm a little bit too gritty for them.
Okay. Yeah. When
I watch them movies, they got different things going on, like somebody fishing. You know what I'm saying? And, or it's a basketball, thing like theme built around it, or somebody say they were like Woodlawn or something like that. or you got War Room, and that lady's specialty was selling houses. Mine, they selling drugs, man.
Yeah.
They doing drugs. You know, we hitting that street core because I want people to get saved. I want people to get delivered from these things that are holding them back, you know, in life.
Right.
I think it depends on what your ministry is, what you want to do, and what life has for you. But for me, I don't know if you I'm pretty sure you've heard of Jonah and the whale.
Yeah.
When Jonah had to go to Nineveh. Well, with me, I'm in a Jonah type of situation. What happened with Jonah, and I'm not trying to preach or nothing, but what happened with Jonah is he was supposed to do one thing, but he ended up not doing it because he was scared or whatever, and he ended up in the belly of a fish.
Yeah.
That was his punishment. Well, I had some situations doing movies where I tried to do other things, and it looked like it was going to work because the money was going to be there.
Yeah.
And I was like, but then God just kind of did some things I knew God had his hand in, and it was going to be bad for me if I didn't obey.
Right.
So,
and that I want to say that's a fear of mine too, man, because I write some gritty stuff too, as you may have seen or heard. I come from
awesome writer too, man. Awesome writer, by the way, man. I love watching what you're doing, your growth, and you're doing some great things too, man. So and kudos to you on that Leo movie, man.
Thank you, I appreciate that, man. And you know, it's all about my environment, where I come from too. You know, it's what I've seen growing up. It's what I know. You know, just being in the environment that I grew up in and was immersed in. So I completely get it, and that's one of my main reasons to why I say I'm not quite there yet. Do I want to do faith-based projects? Of course I do. But do I feel like I can fully commit to being a faith-based filmmaker quite yet? I don't think I can, and I don't know if that's quite my lane. I don't know if God's telling me to do that. You know what I mean?
I got you. And that's how, hey, look, that's how I was, so I get it. You know what I mean? A lot of times we don't know what we called to do. And then when you in that stage where you like don't know what you called to do, that's the toughest part.
Right.
Like, man, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, to be honest with you, I just got my pastor is also my father-in-law, and I'm over the film ministry at my church. So I'm also I do my secular stuff that's faith-based, but I also have a calling to do what's at my church and build from my church, which is Maranatha Christian Center. And I was talking with my pastor the other day. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do here. As far as am I supposed to be doing movies for you all, for just the church this year, or if I'm doing my stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's a whole different entity as well. And he broke it down to me to help me to understand what to do and put something together, a little plan. And I was like,
yeah. I know that you probably have a formula that you put in place before you go ahead and start to produce that film and get things together. What is that formula? What, to all the filmmakers that are watching right now that are embarking on a journey to create their first film, what formula do you have in place, and what formula do you believe that they should have in place before they go on the journey of creating their film?
You know what? That's a very good question. I do mine a little different, I guess. I don't wait for trying to go get money. I don't wait to try to get a big time budget. I work with what I got. I got to be honest. I work a 9 to 5, and I still take care of home as much as that's what I'm supposed to do. But I put money to the side with a check. I might do a whole lot of overtime one week, and just have some money on the side so I can just go piece by piece. First step is, and this is interesting because it's kind of the same thing you're doing. I'm doing. I think we was talking about this a couple weeks ago. I'm still trying to build up my channel as well, and I'm trying to show people. I haven't put it out yet, but I'm trying to show people how to make faith-based films.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a little lane I can kind of like be in. But I always start off writing, man.
Okay.
I start off with that writing process, as you know. Then I come up with the cast later. A lot of times while I'm writing, the cast pops up in my head, and I'm like, oh snap, I use this person, I use that person. And then as the movie goes along in my head, I'm like, I can't use that person. I got somebody else better in mind.
Yeah.
You know, man. And by the time the movie is ready to go into production and start filming, by that time the whole scripting changed.
Yeah.
And like today, for instance, I got a new movie coming out. Definitely be on the lookout for Death by Envy. That comes out June 8th. Also, I got a movie called Shot City Undercover. That'll be coming out later this year. That's already done with production. And thank God I got distribution with that. And now I'm working on another movie, Fatal Witness.
Man.
We're going to be filming that starting early March. So, like one of my boys say, Eugene Bush, he a filmmaker out in Georgia. Him and his wife always say, just create the content.
Yeah.
You don't wait on anybody or anything.